Hello, Virgo. This is your May 2021. So, Virgo, you have been through a couple different people, a couple different relationships, a couple different friendships have began and ended. For some of you, Virgos, there has been something that was quite short-lived, something that didn't last as long as you would have liked it to. For some of you, Virgos, you have a crush on a movie star or some celebrity that's a singer in a group, in a rock band or whatever, and you are really, really hoping to get close to them. For some of you, Virgos, there is going to be an opportunity for you to either be in a play, be in a movie, be in a show, be in a song, be in something that has to do with you visiting somebody, you supporting somebody, you being a fan of something. So whatever that's about, or wanting to get tickets to go somewhere to see somebody doing something, that's coming up. I also feel like for some of you, you may feel like you fell short in a certain kind of way. You also may feel that you didn't give something your best try or the best that you could do. For some of you, you feel like you would have handled a situation much differently than you handled it in the past if you had either different tools or different opportunities or different people around you. For some of you, you found your strength in a matter. You finally found your strength. Some of it was through God. Some of it was through your higher power. Some of you found strength through another situation that was a little bit challenging, but yet it set you up for freedom. It set you up for opportunity. It set you up for growth. For some of you, the challenges and the lessons that you've been through, what you thought was going to knock you down, actually gave you faith. It actually helped you to believe in God more. It actually showed you that what you thought was defeat was actually success. What you thought was failure was actually winning. For some of you, the devil cannot deter you from anything that you're trying to do. For some of you, you're going to be able to control a situation that is put in front of you, something that you were a little bit skeptical, wondering if it was going to be overwhelming to you. Your first card comes up for this reading is the Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, Virgo, this talks about you're now in charge. Guess what? You took your power back. You've healed from a situation, or you're on the mend of healing. For some of you, without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to be able to paint, create, sculpt, develop, draw, write your future. You're going to be able to predict it, dictate it. For some of you, I don't think you can fathom the idea that this is all happening right now. For some of you, it may feel like you hit the lottery. For some of you, when something ended, it actually released you from the tightest chokehold on your throat that you can ever imagine. And now you're feeling like, wow, things are really looking different to me. For some of you, you can walk right out your front door and look around and say, look how beautiful this world is. Look at the sun. Look at the trees. Look at the birds. For a lot of you Virgos, there is travel coming up for you. You are finally going to get the hell out of your little space that you always stay in. You're going to get out of that car and you're going to walk around. You're going to drive near the water and walk near the mountains. You're going to pray. You're going to sing. You're going to throw stones. You're going to have a fire. Not a bad fire, like a bonfire. You're going to have a fire pit. You're going to have maybe drinks, or you're going to have good food. You're going to have friends or family around. You have such an exciting event coming up for you. It's going to be caught up in the month of May, meaning you're going to either do it in May or you're going to make plans for it in May. The universe is coming to handle you in a very gentle kind of way. The universe, as you can see, is going to hand you a blessing, a feast, something that is overwhelmingly, like the Ace of Cups, it's overwhelmingly with joy, happiness, fun. You are so unaware right now of the beautiful blessings, the miraculous things that are going to happen in your life. You're also going to hear about somebody receiving a miracle. That's one of the most amazing readings I've done for this month. You are going to either witness a miracle or you're going to hear of somebody who experienced a miracle. For a lot of you in the month of May, a lot of you have been determined to manifest, to pray, to ask, to plead for help, for security, for love, for relationships, for finances, for peace of mind, for emotional healing. Some of you are wanting to heal from childhood drama or trauma, things that you were not responsible for. For some of you, you have dealt with that person who wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Whether that was a girlfriend who wanted to have both ways, whether that was a friend who thought they could trick you, manipulate you, use you against another friend. For some of you, this was a partner who thought they could have another partner and cheat on you the whole time. But it was okay because you know what? You got strong real quick. You made a decision between them and you. I'm so glad, Virgos, that you chose you. I'm so glad that you accepted the gift from the universe that is coming to you full strength, 100%, full speed ahead. For some of you, Virgos, a child is in your near future. For some of you, Virgos, this sadness, disappointment, depression that you were going through the last couple months, maybe even the last year, is lifted or lifting as we speak. Again, I said somebody was going to witness a miracle or be told of a miracle. For some of you, you have a newfound freedom. For some of you, you have been spending a lot of time doing what it is that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel content, that makes you feel joy. For some of you, you have a very good or had a very good or have a very good father or person who represents a position as a father. Somebody who is safe for you, makes you feel safe. Somebody who takes control. Somebody who checks in on you. Somebody who will always be there to help you. Somebody who loves you very much is definitely around. For a lot of you, leaving home, growing up, walking away, finding your own path was difficult in the beginning. A lot of you now can look back on that long path and be very proud of the journey that you've taken and the place where you've gotten yourself to. A lot of you Virgos finally realize that, you know what, it has been difficult. It was a struggle here and there, but for the most part, it wasn't that bad. For some of you, you may be sad about a past relationship that was heartbreaking. That was disappointing. For some of you, it was divorce. For some of you, you may have widowed, and I apologize for your loss. And for some of you, it may have been just a nasty breakup due to somebody's selfishness. Somebody that you always had to put up with arguments, put up with abuse, mental, physical, emotional abuse, because somebody always continued to have secrets or lie. Somebody didn't really want to work on that relationship or really be in that relationship in the first place. For some of you, you may have gotten in that relationship due to a pregnancy unexpectedly, due to homelessness, due to something that was quite severe or struggling or sensitive for you, something overwhelming that you needed to, unfortunately, settle in that position for a little while to get on your feet. For some of you, you could have just been living with relatives that were just quite rude and you just didn't want to be around them anymore. You didn't like the way they live or the things they chose to do in their life. But you had to be there temporarily to get on your feet. For some of you, you grew up in a very rough place. Maybe grew up with a broken family. Maybe grew up on the streets. Maybe grew up in poverty. Some of you grew up not knowing where your future was going to go. But a lot of you stayed focused and determined on your schoolwork, on your studies. You found a way to get grants and help to get to college. You found a way to get a trade underneath your belt to be able to support yourself. And now you're doing quite well for yourself. For some of you, it took a while to find your niche, but you finally found it. For some of you, you've come across some really good friends who are willing to argue with you or willing to show you the truth about a situation. Friends who are honest with you. Friends who want the best for you. Friends who won't sugarcoat things when they don't need to be sugarcoated. For some of you, you're still waiting for this person who's anticipating about coming towards you. This person who wants to give something one more try. This person who feels that, okay, you may be a rebound for them, but they want to see how this is going to go. Or for some of you, this is a person who feels like they're going to take a chance or a risk with you. But again, they're not sure at this point. They don't feel like they're in love. No, they don't. But they do feel like there's an interest here. Maybe I'll find out about it. Maybe I'll see where this goes. For some of you, you were willing to take that risk with them. For some of you, no matter how hard you try or how much attention you try to get from this person, it always feels like it's just not working out. It always feels like they can't see you. It always feels like they don't want a pre-made family. It always feels like they don't answer the phone. They don't answer the door. They don't respond to my text messages. It always feels like they don't want to be bothered. But then out of the blue, they contact you. And you surprisingly think, okay, why are they calling me now? They're finally calling me after a week, after I text them, after I called them. For some of you, there's going to be something you're going to notice. You're going to point directly at something. You're going to be surprised when you see this in front of you. For some of you, you're going to have a choice or decision to make on whether you respond or react to this situation, or you don't let them know that you saw anything at all. For some of you, this is something that's going to maybe make your world a little bit crazy. It might make your day a little bit rough. For some of you, you may see somebody with someone else, not knowing they were in a whole complete family, not knowing they had a whole nother life than you even thought. Finding out the truth about a situation is going to take you back for a minute. It's definitely going to make you feel that you need to refocus, rethink something. For some of you, you thought you were someone's world, and that got turned upside down. You thought you were their everything. You thought they were planning on marrying you. That's what they told you. But when you saw them with the other people, when you saw them with their family or with the other person, definitely turned things upside down, didn't it? It definitely made you feel like you lost everything. This woman came into your life and told you, or is in your life, and told you to look at the cups that are here. Everything may not be lost. It may not be what you think it is. There's a chance that it just looks worse than what it really is. But you were convinced that it really was awful. It really was scary. For some of you, you felt now that you needed to isolate, stay to yourself, focus on your gardening, focus on the things you like to do, not allow that devastation to hurt you. For some of you, you spent weeks and weeks and weeks by yourself, maybe meditating, spending time alone, trying to reach your spirit guides, trying to reach someone on the other side, trying to get the angels to help you. For some of you, justice prevailed. The truth came out in a situation, which then you were able to create a balance of the truth. At least now you knew what to deal with or what you were dealing with. So now you could definitely find your strength in the situation. You definitely could find your strength here and pick yourself up and move forward. Yes, it was very difficult for you to do that. It was very heavy. It was very hard. Every day was hard until one day you saw it in a different light. You saw the story to be different. And now you could look back as you're moving forward on the situation and think, you know what? I'm headed toward the stars. I'm headed to the moon. I'm on my way on a journey that's going to lead me to nothing but happiness. For some of you, you did find the meditation, the balance, the peace that you needed. Someone definitely came towards you to make an offer of kindness. Their gesture was very meaningful. Somebody wanted to help you while you were traveling. Somebody wanted to give you directions on how to get there, where to go. You started doing a lot of reading and research. You started focusing more on you, your health, your career. For some of you, things began to lighten up. Things began to become reality. For some of you, there was someone calling your name. I know you could hear somebody was calling your name. And you weren't sure where that was coming from, but it was during your meditation when you were trying to find the peace in a situation, while you were trying to move forward. There came a point now in May where you began feeling so great about yourself. All the devastation is going behind you. You're celebrating with family and friends. You're growing as a person. Opportunities are coming in left and right. The good karma is hitting you. Balance is coming in. There is a closeness between you and two other people. Now, out of the blue, during May 15th to the 30th, love comes in, an offer comes in, a relationship is coming in. For some of you, the smoke has lifted. It has lifted. Love is on the way. Anything that the devil tried to do is now in reverse. There are blessings coming your way. There is a relationship that is going to be unlike any other. Yes, you have some challenges in front of you and a few more lessons to go through. But by the 15th or so of May, you are going to see a change, a transformation, a 360-degree turnaround. So enjoy what's coming, because what's all left now is exactly the person who you always were in the mirror. So when you can see your reflection, you're going to know that that's you.